I wanna wear my heart on my sleeve, but can it be my armor that I leave behind in the shadow of the light? Would it be that I wouldn't have fright? Fully just want to follow your lead, but if I do, wouldn't I heed? Into that in the shadow of the light I feed, wouldn't I just wanted to know? Ain't it that the heavens to go, when just different than I say? Hidden underneath the one of it a day. Oh, that wasn't what and when I hit to button say. Couldn't I just wish upon a smile? Something was it just I had to wait a while. In the craziness of soul, the wondrous but though. Oh my, I think I'm trying to do some singing and shit, and my heart just wants to be funny, and a moany old bloke at the same time. So I think do you know what I mean? Incognitively, sort of keep interrupting myself because something else inside of me wants to burst its energy out and express it instead. So I might give it a chance because I have sort of taken the spotlight for a little bit of time, and my singing ain't my best talent. So yeah, we crack on with some funny stuff maybe because apparently I can cut and edit it. So I don't know why I keep just turning it off and turning it on. I might as well just record myself almost 24/7 and then fucking pick out the best bits. Because at the moment, what seems to be happening is I seem to be sort of doing the funny bits when I'm on my own and I don't record it, and it gets lost to thin air. Well, and my neighbours next door who were probably fucking tortured by my mental breakdown because after it all they had to do is listen to me fucking sound vibrate for days. Prior to that, I was like a silent little fucking mouse, mate. You didn't know he was in your house because he never squeaked. He'd go and eat your food occasionally, and do you know what I mean? Like you sort of knew he was there, but you never saw or heard him. So sort of, do you know what I mean? You might have wondered whether he was dead or something. But yeah, I suppose in that, I'm gonna slightly sour the mood now with some sadness. Please don't do that, Patrick. When you do that, you just suck the soul and life out of everything. It's just like something fucking, you're holding some roses in your hand and you just fucking turn to that sour mood and it just fucking, you're not anymore. You're holding fucking ash just fucking disintegrating fucking everywhere. You're like, oh, mate, how the fuck did that even happen? But it does. Oh, I lost myself on my own tangent there because it made myself laugh for sign of my own craziness. Do you know what I mean? I hate when I do that because I literally fucking giggle myself into a fit and I forget what I'm talking about, which is exactly what had happened. So hopefully I can freaking press stop, pause, and catch up with myself again. But not in this instance. I don't really want to. I just want to do some random rambling because that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be an actuality of a bloke doing some random rambling, and it is what it is. The rest of it, mate, I know there's all sorts of bits of distastefulness in it. I do apologise for all of that in advance, or not in advance because I've already done stuff. Potentially inside. With an intentionless desire to have possibly done that if my brain wasn't already sort of preoccupied with wondrous intense energy. It's trying to nurture into some sort of containment of do you know what I mean? Composition in a sense of things. But yeah, no, I was talking about my neighbours when I hear, but they literally had to listen to me fucking just yap on and fucking sing and make shitloads of noise. And it is a ridiculous time of night. So technically, I'm quite fortunate it's from an intermittent humanistic fucking entity, because otherwise the police might come and take my stereo away or something because the decibels are too high. But genuinely, just mate, a bit of laughter because potentially, we're gonna sour the mood with some more crying soon. Because it's supposed to be Valentine's Day tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And there's so many fucking insecure blokes sobbing hearts out there that are just fucking. Do you know what I mean? I feel fucking empathy for them. Want to help. Oh mate, I got just some tiredness. But literally, my sort of for this year only interjection for Valentine's Day wants to be some freaking sympathy bestowed upon somebody and kindness and probably all sorts of other words attached to that I'm probably not getting right, but my only interjection with it, I just want to put one joke up, and that was about it. I wanted to try and help a couple of geezers here this year who fucking, do you know what I mean? Ain't actually got nothing wrong with them. But put women off pure basis of insecurity, because literally the joke was, what can put a woman off quicker than a small penis? Because there ain't much. Apparently. I don't know. Oh, I'm presuming too much. And the answer, as if you haven't already guessed from me spoiling the joke before I told it, do you know what I mean? Is insecurity, mate. Because I'm telling you, if you're insecure, yeah, literally, you're going to put a woman off quicker than if you've got a small dick. Apologies to anyone who's got both. Genuinely, I've just put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? But it's one of them sort of virtues of acquirement, I suppose. You've got to attain. Do you know what I mean? Supportingly, if you want an easier ride, if you want to do some slightly distasteful comedy, because if you were fucking concerned about every single syllable and sound vibrating thing that you did, mate, you just wouldn't get nothing done, and you would like have cuts and wounds so deep inside yourself that literally, mate, it's just out of the mood now. Get back onto some funny shit. But yeah, I'm gonna have to slightly turn the decibels down, I think. No, why should I? Do you know what? It's literally one of them things. I've reached a stage of a point of my energies had to be contained for too far damn bloody long now. I'm usually bound by constraints of certain sort of weirdness, but I'm trying to fucking escape from all of the residual evidence of all of that after securing, hopefully, a significant achievement through potential interjections of positivity and energies of love from somebody else. Gifts, shall I say? Somebody gave me a gift, and I intend to use that precious gift that was given to me to not make so much of a shit of my life, basically, because I've wasted huge talents that would be envious of most people, and I was always born by a blindness of something that was disdained. I want to use that word. It's probably not the right word. But I took a wrong moral from something, and literally, I wasted my talents. And not necessarily that I would have done out of that, but literally, I wasted my talents. There's an expression. It can be quite freaking offensive. Do you know what I mean? But do you know what I mean? Like, literally, just because you're hung like a horse doesn't mean you have to do porn. So basically, just because you got a huge wang, do you know what I mean? Don't mean you've got to go and use it for that purpose. I literally thought that was meant as a basically, just because you've got that huge talent doesn't mean you have to use it. But obviously, I took the wrong conception of that because the porn industry was actually something that was actually probably, do you know what I mean, on the slightly other side of life, and to take a moral from the side of life, well, of course you're gonna fucking fuck up in life, and yeah, because only breeds more. Um, you won't get that, but literally a freaking is a word that holds freaking entities of energized power for me, due to relational freaking correlational freaking life experiences. So even the simplest word of can actually bring a smile to my face now, thanks to this positive entity of love. How strange and weird that is. But a gift. So, let's take some very serious time, because someone deserves it. An entity in existence gave me a gift of love. Now I know in trying to understand an explanation of a representation of what I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be quite difficult in understanding. Or maybe it's not, and I'm going to overcomplicate things. But basically, an innocent soul gave me love inside my heart in a form that is correlationable of energy. Like, most people loosely use the term love. Like, Valentine's Day is coming up tomorrow. How many people say I love you, and they don't even know what the word is, don't mean it, just say it. It's just so monotonous, and do you know what I mean? It's like saying hello or hi or shaking someone's hand. It holds no meaning, in just expressing a simple formulation of those four letters into a word. Because if you reverse that, do you know what I mean? So, but literally, if you ignore the correlation of a representation of a misconception of the word love relating to that emotion of entity of existence that is the boundaries of a confined around a heart, that is actually the true meaning of Valentine in its, do you know what I mean? Let's scrap them four letters that mean nothing. Do you know what I mean? And replace it with something else. So I would say I would like to replace love with the word innocence. Now, I know that sounds weird, but if you express innocence to somebody in a representational term of a correlation to the said love, in a sense of the energy itself and not the word that means nothing, because by using the word that means nothing, you intangibly don't actually touch the barrel of love itself. So imagine if you could only ever know the boundaries of innocence. So when it was expressed to you, there was no denying or undenying of it in a truth or a realizationable understanding to be an acceptance. Literally, people would know love on a level that was so consensusly cooperating. Every seed on the planet would flourish into flower, and cast a masterpiece upon the world that would shadow anything that could befall it in a visionary of an Eden. There would be such magnificence and wonder in the world that literally anything would be possible. Because any sabotaging, harbouring of hurtful intent would have been dissipated from any ignisous incitement. It's like you could ascend into the heavens before it was time to walk through the gates of heavens. And in that passion of powerful, personificated prophecy, wouldn't it be wondrous? And its only conflict is rivalled by an actionability of consequence that is an anomaly of coincidence, the duality of existence. It is only excised by the existence of its mirrored image, as with all creations. Born into existence, everything is mirrored in that existence as perception. You have the perceived, and you have the purpose. And yet the calm of the waters and the still of the sea, couldn't we all cooperate to see something so wondrous as the heavens on earth, something so wondrous as wonder itself? In it that the darkness harbours a light, because in the existence of a shadow, a mirrored image of its opposite will lurk, harbouring with incentive intent to break free of its shackles in enigmatic confinements, awaiting an anomaly within rippled existence as opportunity to this is the hardest word, because a representation of it is conclusionably important. But basically, maybe that's the importance in it. Let's not confine and construct and formulate using boundaries of negativity within foundations of positive intent. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have in expressing episode 2 of Random Ramblings of a Madman.